Scorpios out there. So please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. Link to that is in the description box below as usual. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my email address as well as the prices are in the description box below. So let's get into it for my Scorpios. You have Eight of Wands, the Hangman, the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Death, and the Hermit. So this is a situation for a lot of you where first and foremost, Scorpio actually have the Death card, which is good because that's your own invocation. So you're in your own space. The Eight of Wands and the Hangman, the Star. So the Eight of Wands, the Hangman, the Star represents, well, first and foremost, let's start off with the Eight of Wands and the Hangman. The Eight of Wands and the Hangman represents how a lot of you Scorpios, what it is that y'all should be doing is y'all should actually be working on, your own selves, your own personal transformations. Scorpio deals with that. Scorpio is the transformational zodiac sign. So you're supposed to be going into yourselves, right, on a non-physical level, spiritual, soulful level, and figure out what is exactly about you that you need to change, and be quite straightforward with yourselves about what you want, what your desires are, and how you can have it. The Star, the Seven of Pentacles, right? The Star and the Seven of Pentacles represents how this is a situation where the Star and the Seven of Pentacles is about, you need to watch out for this type of energy, feeling melancholy, down on yourself, right? Because in essence, you can have the things that you want, right? Because as they say, wish upon a star, right? So it's saying you need to watch for your own determination. You need to watch out for that, because some of you Scorpios may be asking yourselves at around this time, why are you and all this other type of stuff? Now, why that's important to a relationship is because obviously you need to fix things about yourself. This is the reason why, as I say, me personally, I don't necessarily want to live with a significant other ever, because the time that I'm spending away from that person, I am handling my own business, right? Doing the things that I have to do, as well as in contemplation about my own weaknesses and how I can fix those weaknesses. You understand what I'm saying? So I can become a better version of myself internally, and then traverse it from internally to externally. Like I said, what Scorpio represents. Internal power, first and foremost, to external power. There is no other, there is no reverse. There's no exception to that law. Because if you do it the other way around, external to internal, it's wrong. Now that's a map, that's headed for disaster if you do it the other way around, external to internal. So what happens here is that, so the Ace of Swords represents how, again, it's another inversion. So what it represents here is you need to understand that ultimately you need to start getting in touch with your own creativity, the things that you want, but it's inverted, which ultimately means around this time, you may want to let the answer come to you with some of the things that you need to fix about your life and the things that you need to handle. You're not going to be able to get yourselves into a relationship with someone and when things are going terribly. You understand what I'm saying? You have to rebuild the kingdom that lies within yourself, or is within yourself, before you can actually meet someone. So the Ace of Swords is actually a little bit of a trick card, because it represents you're supposed to actually not hand over your creativity, right? But actually own your creativity. It's supposed to be the hand is supposed to be the other way around. So the things that you have, the Hierophant represents, you know that you're doing it wrong. To some of you Scorpios, if you start seeking out a lot of friends, you start seeking out a group of people to be around you, especially if you're going through a bad time. Right around now, what the cards are saying is the page of Pentacles, right? What the cards are saying is you ultimately really want to do things the way that will help you, right? Be an advocate for you, right? Be advantageous to you, be astute to you. And how it is that you can end up doing that is the types of people whom you want to refer to or be interacting with are the types of people who know what it is that they're doing, because they have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Those types of friends. If you're going through a bad time right now where you may want to fix certain things, this is not necessarily a time right now for you Scorpios to be interacting with friends that's trying to get you to party and start doing all types of stuff. That's only gonna make it worse. So the Page of Wands represents how the Page of Wands is good, because the Page of Wands is in the rightful invocation. So it represents how this is a situation for you where you want to also, as I said too, the Page of Wands, the Death card, you want to also destroy all of the illusions about you. Get rid of all of the so-called friends to where you have a particular problem. Everybody knows those types of people. Everybody has those types of people, right? It's only very few people with guts that's actually going to do what it is that I suggest, which is to essentially get rid of all the people who are around you whom they're old, right? They always think they know something, but then when you actually ask them a question, it's, I don't know, duh, I don't know. You want to get rid of those types of people, because those types of people are idiots, and they're going to lead, and they're going to tell you some nonsense. And then you have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit represents how, the Hermit is about how, what goes on here is that you want to ultimately, this should also be a time of learning for you as well, is what it's saying, right? It should also be a time of learning where you can understand what exactly is going on. Now, invite that kind of pain in by embracing it, right? As Scorpios do so well. Now, let's clarify the Hermit. Very important card. The Moon, the Fool, Six of Swords. So the Moon is about how, again, you're supposed to embrace the pain, embrace the stuff that's happened to you. That's the way out of your misery. The Fool, as you're embracing the things that you don't, as you're embracing the things that you need and letting go of the things that you don't need, be ruthless with it, right? And get rid of those people out of your life by not hanging out with them again, because hanging out with them is only going to make you miserable over and over and over and over again. The Six of Swords represents how, since this is a situation, a lot of you Scorpios will essentially, this can be a bit tricky, because how it is that you get rid of people, especially if you know that they're just going to try to fight against you anyway, is that you just drop off the face of the earth from them. You stop hanging out with them. You know what I mean? Whenever it is that personally I'm dating somebody, or I'm hanging out with somebody, or whatever the case may be, and they're one of those idiots. They haven't taken the time to learn me. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping clues. I'm telling them what it is. And even though I'm paying attention to them, but they're not paying attention to me, I basically just leave, because I've already calculated in my head or not in my head, but my imagination more specifically, that this person is too ignorant to do it. Because the way that the way that sick people usually do it, right? They try to do it, even though it's not working anymore, is that they try to make it seem like, come on, you know, that's not really the case, and why are you doing that? It's because you're toxic. Those types of people, it's like, because you're toxic. And you're literally doing the very same thing that I thought you would. You're trying to stop me from leaving, even though I know you on some BS. So to skip over all of that nonsense of them being emotional and being upset and acting as if you did something super terrible and all that stuff, you just don't call them, don't hit them up, don't go over there to see them. And eventually, with enough time, the two of y'all will lose touch. And you just don't let these people back into your life, even if they do want to come back. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. By the end of this cleaning out process, your lives should be a lot better. That's pretty much it. Peace, though.